Hi, and welcome back to Unleash Your Healthy Self. I'm Brent Live today. I have a PhD in cell biology, and I have with me Dr. Cameron Bishop, DAOM, who is a licensed acupuncturist in Florida. And today we're talking about headaches. Nobody likes a headache, and they come at the worst possible times. And especially around the holidays, you don't want to be getting a headache because that throws everything out of whack. Well, Dr. Bishop, have you ever seen a headache in your clinic?
Oh, many, all that every day.
Every day. I believe you. Tell us a little bit about how you've worked with headaches in your practice.
Well, my grandmother used to get migraines, and I used to get migraines too. And so I became very interested when I was in acupuncture school to fix them. And not all acupuncturists will work with them, but I do a lot, and I have good success. But there's things you can do at home. I've worked with on Brent. I've used some local massage and acupuncture and things like that for his headaches, and it's always helped. What are some of the other things you do for yourself at home for your headaches?
Well, my first line of defense with a headache is an ibuprofen tablet because the headaches I get are not like super strong. I know some people, just get awful headaches. I also think about my postural alignment because a lot of times I'll get pain in my jaw at the same time that I'm having a headache. So then I think it has something to do with my jaw alignment, right?
Yeah.
So,
What I commonly see is people are typing at work instead of they're looking down at the screen or they're looking to the side. They're typing like this and looking at a screen that's there. So they kind of get a kink in their neck, or they're on the phone all day like that, or they're typing like this. And it's really easy to Google proper posture while at the computer, and you can fix things up.
yeah, I've noticed I do that at the computer sometimes. Sometimes I just want to get myself in a weird little position and I like it, but I have to think about the long term consequence of trying to sit like that and like getting a kink in your neck, like you
Yeah,
mentioned.
I remember I was teaching online, and my computer laptop was low. I had a stand, and he just walked in with some books and put them underneath and walked out. And so I was no longer going like this. So I was aligned. So it's things like that.
Yeah, if you can get a coworker or a friend to just pop in on you while you're working at your computer and take a side
Yep.
snapshot, you may be shocked at how your body looks.
Yeah. Another one's your back. Just to take a pillow like this and put it in the square of your back and just align yourself like that. Start. Or some people, it's better to put it on the bottom so it rotates the hips forward, and that works. And beyond posture, these simple things, another big thing is hydration.
Hydration, you can notice the color of your urine. That's a good indication of your hydration level. And definitely, I believe that hydration can cause headaches.
Right. If your urine's clear, that means, and copious, then you've got good hydration. If it's getting dark and more scanty, then that's a sign of you need more water. Also, if you get really good, you can learn just to kind of pull on your own skin and see where you're at with the hydration.
Huh, never tried that before.
Yeah. So some of the electrolyte products are great, or coconut water, things like that. Those are some good ideas. Also, to keep your bowel movements regular too. Sometimes moving your bowels can get rid of headaches too. And in fact, two of the acupuncture points that are main points for the headaches are also move the bowel movements. So they're good for constipation and
Hmm.
things like that.
Well, let's go ahead and go into a little bit of that. If I'm at home and I can find these points on my body, would they be able to help me?
Yeah, let's start with the hands. I mean, just generally, beyond head massage and shoulder massage, there's points on the hands we can use and points on the feet. And one of the most powerful points is called large intestine 4, and it's right here in between the webs of the thumb and there. Now, acupuncture doesn't work like you push a button and, oh, it went away. It rarely works like that. So if somebody's working on them, working on you, you want them to put pressure on it that it's kind of feel good pain, not grimacing pain or not that you don't feel anything. It's kind of like that feel good massage pain. And it's,
Show them on my hand here.
yeah. So I'm going to just find the most tender spot, and it's probably right about there.
Mm.
And I'm going to hold pressure between my thumb and my index finger. And you want to count to 30 or something like that. So that's one of the powerful points, large intestine 4. And this is known to release the front of the head. So this is the one you think of for sinuses. It's also good for toothaches. It's good for eye pain. It's good for sinus pain. It's good for sinus congestion, jaw, all those type of things. The second one that's more the side of the head is triple burner 5. And we have our two bones going down, the radius and the ulnar, and it's in between those. So we just start going up here till we find a tender spot. It's usually 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Mm-hmm. But, you know, if you want to be really clever, you just find the most tender spot. And that's often for a headache.
Oh, that's right there.
Yeah, is the most useful. And again, if you want to be really clever, you can do both at the same time. And hold this. Is that too much? No. And you hold both of these together and you count to 30 or something like that. And then you can do the other side.
Okay, so you could also do this on yourself. Don't need anyone to do it for you. I think for me, the aha moment with doing self, or even having him work on my body with just his hands, is when you feel around and feel where there is pain. That's kind of like a good thing, because I think, oh, there's hope. I have pain somewhere.
Right.
And then you have a little bit of a faith period where you just have to hold it for a while and don't really know if anything's changing. And then after you've done the 30 seconds, then you can test it out and see if you're feeling better.
Yeah, and you hold the point, not your breath. So make sure you're taking good breaths. You know, different breath counting works for different people, but this is easy to find. We'll do a video on it. Mine, for me, it's 4 breaths in, 4 breaths out. Some people it's box breathing. Some it's 4, 6, 8. You just have to kind of experiment with yourself to see which one works for you. So, you know, you do both sides, and it can be not just 30 seconds, it can be 5 minutes of both, because if you have a really strong headache. And these have matching points that go on the feet. And often, like, the feet are the opposite of the head, so often they're the most powerful points in the body generally. I don't know why the good Lord made it that way, but he did. But because it's opposite of the head, it's often more powerful for the headache pain and stuff.
Now, if you're working on your own feet, what's the easiest, most comfortable position to be in a chair or lying down, to access your feet if you're not super flexible? Or
that's a good question. I think if you're in bed and you're bringing your foot up, or if you're comfortable crossing your legs like this.
Oh, yeah, that's easy access to the inside of the leg for sure.
Yeah, yep.
Inside of the foot.
Yep. And the two points that correspond, Li4, just think of this as a big toe and this is the next toe over. This would be liver 3 in this area. So again, you're doing the same thing. You're going up the foot till you find a tender spot and you're holding again.
And you're kind of in between the thumb and the first finger.
Right.
Same on the foot. Okay.
The big toe and the index toe. Same with this triple burner 5 one. It's going to be between the baby toe and the next toe on up. And again, you're going in between there and looking for a tender spot. And both these are tender. Again, you can be clever and hold both of them. And again, do a few minutes on both sides. That being said, just if you have a friend and they're willing to do it, you know, just some massage cream and massage the whole foot often relieves the headache, particularly if you're working around the big toe. That corresponds the most, the liver and the spleen channel to go up to the head, and can relieve a lot of the headache pain.
Another thing with the posture is, how can I get my posture back into alignment? You know, if the muscles are tight on one side and that's what's causing it, I lie down and do the Egoscue, one of the Egoscue method
Static back,
poses.
yeah.
Do they call them poses? The exercise.
Yeah,
But
Egoscue static. Yeah.
what you do is lay on your back and have your feet up where or your legs up where your feet are on a chair, and that kind of allows the muscles in the back and surrounding the spine, surrounding the neck to relax because you're completely on the ground. They don't have to work to maintain,
Mhm.
you know, your
Yeah, it's called the astronaut position. So the idea is you lay on the ground and then you put your legs up on an ottoman or a sofa. So it's 90 degrees. Your foot, 90 degrees, knee, and then your back. So what we have here is a good Egoscue static back position. His arms are at 45 degrees. He's relaxed. This is a 90 degrees here, and we have 90 degrees here all the way through. So this is a great position for it. If he's uncomfortable with his neck, he can put a pillow underneath, but he isn't, which is okay. Also, the other thing is his feet are aligned. It's better that the hips don't kind of flay out. So that's good too. So this is a good static back position.
I think we've covered some ways that a person at home can work with a headache and work with getting rid of it.
Yeah, watch your posture, breathe, make sure you're eating regularly, and also massage your own points or have your a friend or a spouse do it, and
Sounds good.
stuff to help your headache.